So good morning from Delhi. Chilly winter. The temperature is, I'm told, is record down in the last 8 years history of Delhi. Let's try to warm up with let us talk on the law in this latest episode of Force is Supreme Law International. I am today here with you, Dr. Ajay Kumar Pandey, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, with latest and the best in the law. We here spilled the complexities of the law here for you in very easy and I say non-technical, non-legal friendly way to make you understand the importance of law and to empower you. This is the only tool, this is the only instrument by which you can fight any injustice. You may be in business, you may be in government, you may be a student, you may be a housewife. So what? The knowledge of law is paramount, is important for each and everyone. Before I introduce the today's topic, I would like to tell you a small story. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Yes, my dear friends, just imagine a situation in day-to-day life. You are driving your car. You are taking all your precaution. You are driving on the left side. You are following all the traffic rule, ditto, perfect, traffic lights, everything. And suddenly somebody comes and hits your car. Oh my goodness, what's this? You are shocked. So you stop the car, you get down and you ask the passenger who has hit or the driver who has hit your car to pay for the compensation. And he says no. You call the police, you call the cops and you tell him, look, my dear friend, look, Mr. Officer, here I am following all the rules. And here is this gentleman, here is this driver who has hit my car. And now it's not ready to compensate me for the loss. Please book him, fine him, make sure the justice is done. And all of a sudden, the other passenger agrees to pay you the compensation, agrees to go through the punishment, but he puts a condition. He says, check his license. Hey, officer, check his license. Hey, officer, check his alcohol level. And they found that you are drunk. Now, the situation has changed 360 degrees. Despite the other passenger being on fault, would not be punished, you would be taken for the task for drunken driving. That's what you are doing every day in your life, in your business. You will say, how careless we could be. Mr. Advocate, you are my dear friend. Let me prove this point today. Do you know, my dear friend, that after 2013, every year you are signing your annual return to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, saying that your organization is 100% compliant of an act called POSH, Prevention of Sexual Harassment of Women at the Workplace. You may be aware of it. Some of you may not be aware of it. But the fact is, you are signing this document. Now imagine a situation. Same incidents happens in your organization. Are you not guilty of the same? That though not guilty, you being hit by a car, but you held responsible and guilty because you were not having a license or you were indulging into drunken driving. The same is going to happen here. You may not be guilty of the allegation by a lady employee of sexual harassment, but what about telling this lie? What about making this false report of compliances year after year? Think. That's what I am asking. So are you not waiting for another accident to happen in your business? Under the law, it is compulsory to implement POSH. You are giving in writing every year you are a POSH compliant. But are you? Out of 3, 2 organizations are not aware of POSH. Forget about being compliant. The Ministry of Women and Child Development has taken a very serious note of it. They are going to tighten the norm. So are you waiting for the stick? The National Women Rights Commission has taken a very stern view of this, and they are also planning some measures. Of course, punitive measures, because already the law is there. So please don't wait for catastrophe or disaster to fall upon you before the law catches you, before the crime stops you. Stop crime. And you do not need to implement POSH because it is a legal requirement. It has monetary benefit too. It has financial reward too. If your organization is a POSH compliant organization, the productivity, the research have proved that the productivity can go up from 40 to 50%. Imagine the amount of money you would be making in the process. Your rate of attrition is going to come down drastically. So your human resource cost, your recruitment cost, all are going to add to your profit. So my dear friend, what you are waiting for? On the contrary, if you are found guilty of non-compliances, do you know what are the consequences? The law stipulates for a fine of 50,000 rupees to 25 lakhs rupees, imprisonment, closing down of the business. And not only that, do you remember the Uber case? Where Uber has to lose crores and crores of money, billions and millions of money, the loss of reputation, because they were found non-compliant to POSH. Of course, you are correct. Tarun Tejpal is still in the lane, is in the jail. The mighty journalist, the journalist of the Tahalka, which had power to make and fall government, has fallen for the non-implementation of POSH. Do you remember the mighty journalist M.J. Akbar, who was the union minister, has to resign on this count? And of course, the famous or infamous case of Novashock Technology of Chennai, the Chennai High Court fined them for a whopping sum of 1.68 crores. So imagine about the reputation loss, imagine about the financial loss, imagine about the danger of being sent to the jail. Last but not the least, you may not be alleged by your employer for the sexual harassment. It may be XYZ in the company, but you could be still sent to the jail under IPC, Indian Penal Code, for abating the crime, for aiding the crime, because as the owner of the company, as the director of the company, as the HR head of the company, you were out to implement this law. And you have done a double crime. You have not implemented is one thing, but you have not implemented since 2013 to 2023. Yes, my dear friend. And giving in writing every year that you are a POSH compliant organization. Look at your audacity. And we complain of the system. We complain of the law. We complain of the advocates. We complain of the judicial system, judicial officers, judges. Look at you. What are you doing year after year? So my dear friend, it is high time you find a lawyer, because out of 3, 2 companies are not implementing law, are not aware of POSH, and one company which is implementing is not implementing in true spirit. They are doing some cosmetics and trying to fill up the record, but I tell you, you will be caught. I'm giving you an open challenge. Invite me. I will take 5 minutes to tell you how many violations of POSH in your company, in your organization. So don't try to play with the law. Don't try to fool the law. Get a proper certified advocate or a consultant who knows POSH law in and out. Get your company audited now. Get your annual report prepared now. The deadline is March. The deadline is marching fast. My dear friend, it is also this law is to place. It doesn't mean that one size fits all. You need to have different training for your HR managers, for your top directors, for your managers, for your staff, and especially for the member of IEC, Internal Complaint Committee. Do you know what has been envisaged in this law? When this law was formulated, the onus, the responsibility of imparting justice was given to Internal Complaint Committee because it was felt that already court is overburdened. Justice delayed is justice denied. Already court is not able to deal with pile of the cases. So the law framers, the people behind the law, thought of passing the responsibility to Internal Complaint Committee. So Internal Committee here in this law has the power of a quasi-judicial civil court. So the process of conducting inquiry right from complaint to the final report has strictly in accordance with the law as per the system of a civil court. But are your members trained to do so? If not, then these reports will have no value in the eyes of the law, attracting more problem for you, for your organization. So it is high time, call a proper trainer, call a proper expert, get different stakeholders trained and ensure 100% compliance of POSH law for your benefit, for the benefit of the organization, and of course for the nation. Here I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Pandey, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, signing off. We'll meet you in next episode with another interesting twist of the law or the explanation of the law or latest in the law. If you have not subscribed Forces Supreme Law YouTube channel so far, please do that. For the latest info on the law, for the latest analysis on the law, and of course do not forget to press the bell icon button for the latest info. See you. Good day. Goodbye.